cooking, which makes me think of food, obviously, which makes me think of hamburgers specifically, which makes me think of my time working at Burger King, which was, as you would expect, just hell on earth. But my favorite little memory is when a 50-year-old man brought a hooker to the drive-thru to buy her a milkshake twice. First time it was like 6 p.m. that night, and it was quite obvious that there was something going on between these two because he was like 50 and she was like a hooker. I can't really put it in there. And she looked like she was already having the worst time. And I mean, that's kind of the energy that Burger King gives off, but he got her a milkshake, an Oreo milkshake, and he handed it to her after I handed it to him, and she was kind of like, and then flash forward to 11 p.m. that night, he comes back in, and she looks less pleased than she did earlier. And she orders another Oreo milkshake, and hopefully she enjoyed that one.
So I used to work at McDonald's, and that really fucking sucked. The angriest I've ever seen my manager, and my manager was an 18-year-old woman in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Was when this kid came in, it was like 10 o'clock at night, we were literally about to close the lobby, and he comes into the little bar that we put the food on so you can take it and go, and he stands up on it, does a backflip, and then just leaves. And she ran outside after him and just started yelling at him. It was fierce. So my dad and my mom got divorced when I was very, very young, as most of us here probably. And so basically, my dad never really talked much about his marriage with my mom because they hated each other and hated talking about one another. But there was one night where my dad and I were having like a weird heart-to-heart. We were talking about cooking, and he was sharing all these stories with me, and he was telling me about when he worked at Dairy Queen in his youth and how those were his wild days. And his one like prized possession and his favorite thing to cook with was a spatula he stole after he had quit his job at Dairy Queen, because he just assured that it was the greatest spatula in his life. And it was the only thing he put in his prenup agreement with my mother was a spatula from Dairy Queen.
So spatula makes me think of cooking, which I'm not very good at. I've had a lot of jobs, and I've only been fired from one, and that was the cook job. I worked at IHOP in Springfield. Don't go there. People exchange pills for better shifts, and there's alcohol in the trash can sometimes. It's a bad deal. It's trash. And I was working as a host and a cook because I wanted to make extra money because I'm a broke college student. And they just had me on one job, and that was flipping eggs. And I could never flip an egg right. Every time I tried to flip it, it would break. And then they'd be like, okay, you have to make it faster this time because now we're running out of time. But I'm like, oh, now I'm stressed, so I'd break another egg. And eventually it got to the point that I was carrying eggs back, and I dropped an egg on the floor, and they're just like, this one wasn't even cooked and you broke it. And that's how I got fired from being a cook at IHOP.
Let's see. Spatula makes me think of barbecue, like an outdoor barbecue in the summer. I used to go to some church barbecues. It was just a barbecue with people from church. And then, let's see, we used to have a big like 4th of July thing, also at our church, which the whole community came out to. It was like huge, and we were way more people there than like we had resources for. Lots of fireworks and ice cream and good 4th of July stuff. Let's see, spatula, cooking. I worked at an Arby's once. It's my first ever job. It was the worst. There were a lot of crackheads there. One time there was this crackhead who was particularly cracky, and she used to like, I'd be on the headset for the drive-thru, and she would like walk up to me and scream at me into the microphone. And then she left, and I thought, you know, crack or something, but she came back, and she had gone to manager school for Arby's, and now she was a manager at Arby's. Let's see. I worked at another restaurant. I've worked at a couple different restaurants. I've had a lot of really weird odd jobs in my life. Let's see, odd jobs. I don't know, like people used to look for jobs in classified ads in newspapers, I guess. I don't know if that still is a thing. Probably. There was a newspaper reporter in my town who used to like, he was very creepy, very pervy, and was always like taking pictures of people that never ended up in the newspaper. Yeah, spatula.
Honey, will you tell your father to turn down the AC?
Dad, can you turn down the AC?
I ain't turning down the AC.
I told him.
Honey, please, I need the AC down. Will you tell him to turn the AC down?
Dad, can you please turn the AC down?
You can tell your mom I'm not turning down the AC.
Mom?
It's a very livable 93 degrees in this home.
He's not turning it down. He says it's a livable 90 degrees.
Will you tell
93
him?
degrees.
93 degrees. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, honey. You're doing great. Will you just tell him that I'm having hot flashes and I need the AC down?
Will you please tell your mother that she needs to cut it out with the hot flashes or go take an ice bath?
Will you tell your father that he needs to just turn the goddamn AC down?
Well, you tell your mother that if you want the air conditioner turned down, to go outside and make some extra money so we can pay for the goddamn electricity so you can deal with your hot flashes. Tell your mother.
You tell your father that writing is a career.
You tell your mother that writing is only a lucrative career if you work for the only true institution of press in this country, which of course is the National Enquirer.
Welcome to Popeyes. How may I help you? Welcome to Popeyes. How may I help you?
Can you send me a pizza?
I'm not
Wait.
sure
Wait, you're not, wait. Oh, Popeye sells chicken.
yeah.
Can you still send me a pizza?
Ma'am? Probably, yeah. I think Chris brought in a
Excuse
pizza
me.
for lunch. It's a little cold. Oh, hello?
Excuse me, sir. Could you please tell my wife that Popeyes does not serve pizza?
Hey, your husband said that Popeyes doesn't serve pizza, but I told you Chris got a pizza in the fridge, and he hasn't eaten it yet, and he's not on his break. He's not on his 15, so I can really work it out.
Will you tell my husband that Chris had a pizza for lunch?
Yeah. Hi, sir. Chris. So Chris brought in a pizza for lunch, but he hasn't gotten his 15-minute break yet because I'm his manager, and I won't let him. And I can fire it up for your wife, and I can have it.
No, could you please tell my wife that we're not going to eat your employees' food, that we call this restaurant to order food?
Yeah, hey, your husband says he has a little bit of trouble with eating Chris's pizza. Frankly, I think it's fine. I don't think Chris will mind. We don't pay him enough. But it's really up to you.
He says it's fine.
Sir,
Yes?
I'm going to have to call you back.
All right, that's fine.
Oh my God,
Alright.
you're infuriating.
Yeah, I just dropped something on the floor.
You want to get back to sweeping that?
Well, can I go on my break? It's just like a little early.
Can you wait 15 more minutes before your 15 more minutes?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, and clean the chicken
I'll do that.
boilers. Yeah,
Yeah.
and don't go anywhere near the fridge.
Got it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll
All
get
right,
to
yeah,
it.
great.
Hey, great manager. I'm really glad
Yeah.
to have you here. I'm glad I'm working on
Love you,
this.
Chris.
Yeah.
Love you, Chris. Yeah.
Love you, dude, Damien.
Oh, we got a call coming in. Hello, Popeyes. How may I take your order?
Yes, it's the wife from before.
Yes. How are you?
Yes, I want that pizza and I want a divorce.
Sir, would you please tell my wife that you don't serve divorce at Popeyes?
Ma'am, we're not a legal institution, and therefore we cannot file the proper papers to separate you from your husband. But I can still get that pizza.
Sir, we're not interested in taking your employees' food. Once again, that would be straight up disrespectful to a minimum wage fast food employee.
Well, frankly, sir, I don't think he'll mind that much. He's been scrubbing the floor with his bare hands for a few hours now, and he doesn't look like he's that hungry.
Sir, I'm just gonna have you talk to my daughter. Honey, all right.
To the cost of living.
Would you please tell your mother you're gonna be ordering for us, please?
Oh my God.
I'm ordering for with you? I'm so sorry.
It's been about 14 minutes.
Jason, get your ass out here. It's time. It's time you learn how to parkour. Okay. Parkour. So basically, I'm just gonna start you off with some easy tricks. I just want you to do like a steady flip. Parkour. Always say parkour. So yeah, floor's yours, man. Go for it. Park hour. Jason. Parkour. That was better, actually. We have to win the competition this year, and I specially selected you because I think you're gonna make a great addition to our parkour team. I'm on the team. Yeah, I'm officially on the team. Great chair flip.
Oh, baby!
That's weird, Jason. All right, now.
Okay.
Do it again with 2 chairs. Over at parkour. So double chair. I mean, okay. Will you catch me if I fall? Dude, that's what bros are for. Oh no, I'm falling! Oh shit!
Welcome to the 25th Annual Parkour Olympics. I'm your host, Craig, and we're meeting up these next contestants for the third leg of our competition. Now over here we got, sweetie, what was your name again?
Jason.
All right, we got Jason, and we got the long-time running champion,
Craig.
Now, it's been a long tradition in the Parkour Olympics for Craigs to win. 25 years in a row, someone named Craig has won the Parkour Olympics, but is that going to change this year? Who knows? We'll see. Now, let's take a look at this course we got here. The chair gauntlet. 4 chairs, 1 jump.
Don't forget, Jason.
Now you'll get points. You'll get points for style, for confidence, and for the extra bonus multiplier, Craig. Now, contestants, are either of you ready to go?
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, Craig, have at it. Frankly, I think that was the most amazing feat I've ever seen. Judge, what do you think?
8.
Beautiful. Now, next up, Jason. Take it away, Jason. Now, this competition's a little bit ill-weighted for Jason because he does not get the Craig multiplier. Now, this may not work in his favor because since he's not named Craig, we really do not give a shit about him. But we'll see how he fares. Take it away, Jason.
What?
Take it away.
Whoa, how I'm falling for you.
Oh my God! They've fallen in love. The most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
I know we started off as just teammates, but I want to become mates. I want to be your mate.
This is never before seen. Judges, what do you think?
Cute as fuck.
You gotta get us number, please.
2, you lose, but it's cute as fuck.
Alrighty, hot stack of divorce papers up on the deck. Ding, ding. Divorce papers, serving them up.
Yeah, thank you for these.
Yeah.
So, do I have any kind of legal guidelines for what I look for, or Are you signing? What's the point?
I tabbed all the pages, so if you look, you got an initial there,
Okay.
and initial there,
Okay.
initial there,
Okay.
get your wife's initial there,
Okay.
and that's about it.
Okay.
What, are you gonna be here all day?
Well, apparently so. Look at this fat ass stack of divorce papers in this house.
Wow, but you've never been divorced before?
No, actually, I haven't, and it's not easy. Okay.
Yeah, this is my third one today.
He's a regular. We have him up on the Hall of Fame. Look.
Yeah! Yeah, got the record!
That's
Number
Ryan.
one.
He's been served 103 times.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions, Brian?
Yeah, yeah. Well, can I place my order first?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll just start filling these
Yeah,
out.
can I get 2 divorce papers? 2. I married 2 women at the same time. It's crazy.
Ryan, uh-oh.
You know, Eric was starting to catch up to me, and I said, you know what? We're double time. And then I get one of those prenup forms. I already got another one. And then a large McChicken meal with a large fry.
You got it.
Yeah. Oh, what would you like to know?
Look, Brian.
Yeah?
Normally I wouldn't ask a dick like you questions.
That's frankly fair.
Yeah. I was just wondering how do you do it, Brian? It's killing me. It's tearing my family apart. I gotta take this. Sorry, Brian.
Oh yeah.
Hello?
Will you tell my husband to get home with the divorce papers?
It's for you.
I told you to come home with the divorce papers.
She wants you to come on with the divorce papers.
Tell her I'm working on the divorce papers right now.
Yeah, he's working on it.
Tell him he can't finish the divorce papers without my signatures.
All right, yeah. You can't finish papers without a signature.
Tell her I can read, bitch.
He said, and I quote, "I can read, bitch."
Ask him who the fuck he thinks he is.
She said, and I quote, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" End quote.
And scene. Let's give it up for
Let's give a hand for ourselves for making it to week 4.
Yeah.
Yeah? Am I right? Also,
Yes.
yes. That's my cat. So, fall.
Who's ready for sweater weather?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Who's tired of sweating so much?
The other day I was like, okay, so you know when you're in your car and it doesn't have air conditioning? No. Oh, who said no?
I'm sorry.
What kind of privileged fucking life do you live? I used to, actually, now I drive a Honda CRV. She's pretty, her name's Denise. Yeah.
Did you name your car? Tracy?
Trixie?
Wait,
Or
Trixie or
Tracy?
Tracy?
Trixie. So
I like
like
better.
the cereal? Like Tricks are for kids?
Or like Trixie Tang from Fairly Odd Parents?
Oh, I think that even if it wasn't for Trixie Tang from Fairly Odd Parents, that it should be now.
It's at least subconsciously from Fairly Odd Parents.
Does anybody else like name their inanimate objects? Because I have a name for both of my plants. I wrote it on their pots. Name for my car. I have a name for my mugs and stuff. I like to make it feel like I have more company than I really do sometimes if it's just me, Turtle, Frog, Vanessa, and Francie. Which are the name of my 2 cats and my 2 plants. Have fun guessing which is which. But you know what I'm thinking? It has been kind of hot outside.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm thinking there might be something to help us cool down a little bit.
Just a little bit, maybe just spray us off, or at least give the fans so that, I might not be able to do it, but you could do it where you shake your head like a Maybelline model, and then Ellen DeGeneres comes on, or Jennifer Aniston or something with beautiful skin, or maybe it's Maybelline, or maybe it's Fire Hose! H-O-E-S!
What is up? We are Fire Hose! Okay, so paper makes me think of sustainability because you should recycle, fun fact. And that makes me think of, I'm the chief sustainability commissioner for SGA, which is a job I did not apply for. I applied for 3 other positions and they said, no, you're gonna do this. And I said, ooh shit, I don't even recycle. So I spent kind of this whole summer being like, all right, so how can I be more sustainability-y, more hippie, more I'm into the earth, and I've been vegan since Saturday.
Nice. Nice. Cool. Okay, so paper. Gotta make that paper, gotta make that cash. So what this girl does to make cash, a couple odd jobs, but my favorite is I'm an Uber driver. I know. 5-star driver, over 75 trips under my belt. A lot of good stories. But I want to talk about the people who tip and the people who don't tip. Okay, so shocker, I know, but college kids don't tip. But when I pick up a drunk 45-year-old dad, he is here's a $10 bill. So moral of the story, drunk college kids don't tip. I'm an awesome Uber driver making that paper.
Working at a country club kind of sucks. I thought it was going to be awesome, and for a little bit it was. The burger's good. I get to be outside, wear a skirt. And then old white men started hitting on me. And it was weird and stupid. And I know, being a waitress, whatever, you're going to get that anywhere you go. But I don't like it. And white men are weird to me.
When I was in high school, I took this Christian doctrine class because I had to. And we had an assignment given to us on a piece of paper. And it was plan your own funeral. And so I had to plan my own funeral in high school. And I tell the story all the time, but basically it was just supposed to be an Easter service, and you can't talk about yourself at all, or other people can't talk about you. And so it just has to be about God, and he gave us a list of songs we could choose from, and they were all hymnals.
So how long have you been driving Uber?
Yeah, so, hold on, let me start the car. Okay, that's gonna drive smooth. Usually my passengers don't sit up in the front with me.
I'm friendly.
Kind of nervous.
You're cute.
So yeah, I've been driving Uber for Good thing I can move my steering wheel over, so yeah, cool, man. So I've been driving Uber for about 6 months now. It's really fun.
What do you do other than Uber?
Hold on, I gotta see if I can turn into the next lane. Oh, sorry.
It's good. You're such a good driver.
Are you gonna tip me after this?
You betcha I am.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, you're making me feel things. So, what's your destination?
I'm going to the dentist, actually.
Ooh, okay. I can smell your halitosis from here.
You're so funny.
No,
and
I'm
cute.
serious. I have gum and mints. And
For
you need,
free?
Yeah,
Can I
please.
have one?
Please take that.
Oh my God, a mint? You deserve a tip.
I hope so. Okay, perfect. Get out of my car.
Oh, can I get your number or something?
I know I'm your dentist, and I'm putting my hands in your mouth, but I can't give you my number.
cleaned this spot right here. You clean my teeth and then I clean your dick. How's that sound?
You know, it's not my worst Tuesday morning.
All right, Doc. You gotta extract 30 of them.
Alright. You have to pay me in cash. I'm not doing any more sex stuff.
No, man. They're all rotten.
That's the way I like it.
Okay, get in there.
Alright.
Okay.
Get my tools. Oh. Sorry.
Did you just touch my wiener, dude?
No!
Are you sure?
Maybe. Oh yeah. That one is completely gone. It just fell in the gun.
All right, I got one out for you, man.
Cute. Oh
my God. I'm bleeding, bro.
You gotta stop biting my tools.
I liked it better when we were just sleeping together.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to get you a whole new face. Assistant. Oh, okay.
Guys, I'm bleeding.
So this is like done.
Okay.
We're gonna need a whole new one.
Okay. Should I get the saw?
Yes.
Okay.
You're so hot. Oh my god. Hey, are you ready?
Should I get it?
I think you get it.
Okay.
Please get it.
Hi. The secretary sent me in. She said you guys needed a volunteer face.
That's you.
Not that
Bitch, I got feelings.
What's that?
It's my funeral.
Cool.
Look, so there's an open casket.
Oh, cute. Oh, you look so cute there.
Thanks. And my whole family is in the third row. One Direction is in the front.
Oh, yeah.
And their bodyguards are in second. Harry Styles is gonna give my eulogy.
Oh.
And then, I'm gonna they're gonna burn me.
Oh.
And I'm gonna be a tree.
Huh. Why are you doing this?
I want to die.
Stop it.
So, I am really glad that you came into therapy. I've heard that you've been saying some really troublesome things from your friend. She said she was really worried about you, and that's why you got this referral.
Which friend, Jenny? Is it Jenny?
I'm not friend. I'm your twin.
Oh my gosh, how did you get here?
And if you die, then I die.
I am a doctor, and that is how twins work.
So,
Thank you for meeting with us today.
Yeah, I brought your twin sister in so
You just
that.
got punked. You thought I was at work? No, I was in the car.
is this an intervention?
It's an invention, sure.
Listen, ever since my boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah, she spends all her time with him. Am I job liver?
Jenny, we're listening today.
You're right.
I just want to be loved. And ever since my boyfriend hit my dog with his truck, I just can't find any reason to want to be here.
No, man. Mom told me that Spot ran away. You're a liar and the worst sister ever.
listen to your mother. I ran away.
How are you here in the flesh?
Jenny,
Oh my god, and you're talking?
I ran away.
Oh, spider.
Welcome to pyramid dancing class, y'all. This is where it's at.
Not like an Egyptian.
You're sure this is gonna make Jimmy like me?
Yes!
I think I signed up for the wrong class. I'm here to freestyle.
No! We're all about straight lines and hand stuff. In this class, everybody, put your hands like this.
I'm gonna robot on out here.
She's missing out.
Show some damn appreciation for the art.
Bye. Robot side. All right. To honor the ancient Egyptian gods from above, you must first take your hand and go like this. And then take your other hand and go like this. And then you move back. Just like this. Now we're all gonna practice. And I will critique. Cross the floor. Here we go.
You can go first.
Okay. Let's see it. Come on, Becky. See some improvement from last week. Oh, wait, it's the bend in the knee. Why is the bend in the knee?
No bend in the
No,
knee.
we're keeping our knees straight. Knees straight.
Come on, Becky, you stop.
Perfect. Yes. Good form, baby. Yeah. Let's see it. That's my girl, Becky. You should call me sometime. All right.
You can't have my number.
Wait,
You're
you
my
asked
dance
for my
teacher.
number last week.
And see. You can't have my number. You can't have my number. I don't say that a lot. Anyways.
Actually, I want to say something. I feel like we attacked you, and I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So sorry, so
We
sorry.
didn't want to harass you. So, our foremost apologies. So, we're all college students. Some of us live on the dorms, some of us live in apartments. Anyone getting new apartments this year? Any cool new digs?
I have a mannequin in my apartment and Danny DeVito. A cardboard cutout version of him. But he's holding a balloon. I made him do that.
I was just thinking about apartments and stuff because today was, like many days recently, have been hot.
Yeah.
And I spend a lot of my days outside looking at rocks. I'm a geology major, it's okay.
Yeah, if you weren't gonna clarify that, I was.
I look at a lot of rocks, I'm a weird person, it's fine. And I live in Bolivar. Don't do that. It's really far. I live in Bolivar. It's temporary because I have a house in Springfield, but there's no floors and no doors, so it's temporary. I'm only temporarily living in Springfield.
Why are you not? There's sleeping bags.
Because there's no floors and there's no doors on the house.
Camping.
You got me.
I did.
But it just made me think because I had to shower today before improv because it was hot. I spent today outside in a lab, and my mindset was, oh, the rec center will have towels in their shower area because they have a pool. They did not have towels. I just had to sit in the shower for like 30 minutes waiting for myself to dry.
Why don't the?
See, I was confused. There's no towel. I did not find any towels prior to entering the shower.
Do any of you work at the rec center?
I know what she's talking about.
Are there? Okay, so it's weird. There's no towels.
What's the deal with the towels? Why would you have a pool? Why would you pay so much money to make Glass Hall more glass, but not have towels in a rec center? People sweat, they swim, they scuba, all the S names of actions, and you don't provide them with something to dry off their wet, soaking bodies?
It's
That's
interesting.
capitalism.
y'all. I'm not wearing shoes. I wanted to bring that up at one point. I didn't know when the right time was, but I think it's now. I just didn't want to. I feel more grounded, you know, like in the earth, like, you know,
Is
from
anyone
Airbender.
else not wearing shoes currently? Like just slip a little.
Take them off. Yeah, literally just take off your shoes. Everything just take it off. If you want to. And I deserve that from you for some reason.
And with that, I would like to introduce our last team of the night, Refreshing Queef.
It's like a proportion.
Howdy! Hey guys. Hey you guys. Hey. We're Refreshing Queef. I know you've all been there. What do you say when that happens? Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Why don't you give us a one-word suggestion? Yeah, give me more of that. Yeah, more suggestions.
You have your memories. What do I forget?
The Rolling.
Ghost? Hey, Jacqueline, these are your shoes.
It was chicken. Chicken makes me think of farms, which I grew up not on a farm, but like we rented a farm. Like I lived not bougie, like more like poor. And basically we rented a double wide trailer that was on the property of farmland that somebody else was renting the land around the house, and then we were renting the house. And they had cows that were back in the pasture, right behind the trailer. Horrible fencing. And these cows were mean. This is why people that never see cows are like, oh, cows are so cute. And I'm like, they're not. They're garbage. I hate them. And they are aggressive. They're not nice. But so there is this one time, it happened multiple times, but this time in particular, that one of the fencing was so loose that this cow would frequently get out. And one day I look outside into the yard and I see this cow just chasing my dog, and I was like, no! And it was fine, but I was horrified, and I also just didn't want to live there anymore.
So chickens make me think about the first time I remember throwing up ever in my life. So I used to have 2 cats and they were really fat. And then I went to whatever grade and we took home a chicken, a baby chick. And we're like, oh, it's so cute, we love chickens, yay. And we had the chick in our bathtub because we didn't really know where to keep it. We live in a suburban home. And so we had the baby chick in the bathtub, and we're like, oh, it's so fun and great. And we go in, I walk in, I was 5 years old, and I watched my cat eat the chicken. It ate the whole chick, and I just stood there and he threw up everywhere. And now I'm really scared of cats.
Chicken makes me think of high school. I had a friend who had chickens in her backyard because she lived in the freaking nowhere. And one night she had a bonfire and we were all hanging out. And I took a picture with one of her chickens because they were really chill. You could literally pick them up and just cuddle them. I don't know if you've ever cuddled a chicken, probably not. But I posted a picture of me and her chicken on Instagram. I don't remember what the caption was, but I was like, this is a fun picture. Who else posts pictures of their chickens? And she commented something really passive aggressive of you didn't even take a picture with me or something. And I think our friendship started to diminish ever since that day.
cows, which reminds me of being on a farm. My friend Sam used to live on a farm, or I think she still does. I don't know, I haven't talked to her in a while, but she was really cool. And I used to like go over to her house all the time after school. We had these really cool back to school bashes and like after school bashes. We'd have parties before school and after school, but they were like 5th grade ragers, okay? So that means we like broke glow sticks and like accidentally got it on our floors and like cried. So we had this we would call it the back to school bash, would always be at my house, and then the school is out party would always be at hers. And so school was out, 8th grade, we're wildin', we went to Sonic, got a crap ton of mozzarella sticks, and went back to her house in Rogersville. If you don't know where Rogersville is, that's okay. But so we get back there, she lives in this giant, like 100-acre wood, Winnie the Pooh, like God sent from heaven, like beautiful area, there's like waterfalls. And then one day, at this like after school bash, we decide to have our own Hunger Games tournament. We are fresh out of the 8th grade. So that's like right before you know who you are, and like you're completely influenced by like anime. So we would take we had like bandanas around our heads, and we would always go to the dollar store and buy a lot of glow sticks. I mentioned this earlier. And we would have glow stick wars, because you know you can't actually kill your friends in America when you're fresh out of 8th grade. So we would have glow stick wars, and like they would be the most intense glow stick wars you would have ever seen in your life. Like backstabbing to the max. Like people were forming alliances, hiding places, throwing glow sticks like they're machetes, and like when you're dead, you have to like lay there on the ground. So I died. I'm laying there on the ground in the middle of a creek bed, actually, because I connect. And so I'm like completely covered in water. It's like pitch dark out. I'm seeing glow sticks, hearing yelling, and then suddenly I hear a move. And I go, huh? And this cow emerges from the darkness over yonder to my right. And like just slowly starts walking towards me. And like in my brain, I'm going, should I say something? Do I break the game? Is this part of the game? Did they get a cow and I didn't know about it? Like I had a lot of things go through my mind. So eventually, like I call out and I go, hey Sam, hey, and she's like, you're dead. And I was like, I know, but she's like, you're dead, you can't talk. And I go, look, I'm a little super freaked out, I'm really like soaked. I don't really have places to go. There's a cow. And she's like, there's a cow? And so everybody rushes over. There's like 10 of us. We had a gang. It was our life group gang. It was awesome. Awesome town forever. But we all went over and we saw, and we like tried to like help this cow, and it somehow like scaled down a ravine that my 12-year-old body could not even scale down. And I was pretty athletic. And like it got into like this river by their house and got stuck in one of like in the mud by the house, and was just like wailing and screaming. And I don't know if you've heard a cow wail and scream.
So I heard you had a rager last night.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you like sent me to the Dollar Tree to like buy your glow sticks, and you didn't even like tell me what they were for, and you had one without me. And then you posted a picture with my cat, and I wasn't even in it, and you were in my house, and I wasn't even there, and I'm just not even sure about.
You're like throwing a lot my way right now.
Okay, I'll rephrase. Your shitty friend.
Whoa! Whoa! I gotta stop what I was doing.
Yeah, make sure not to hold that while we're having a conversation, not do that.
Look, I tried to invite you to this party thing, but every time I bring it up to you, you kept getting really like all freaked out about it. You're like, I don't want it at my house. What if something gets spilled? I don't want you taking pictures of my cat. What if its identity gets stolen? I don't like the restraints, you're putting on everything.
My grandma's ashes are literally in my carpet. Like I feel like at that point, like my anxieties are valid because like, what do? Do I Swiffer wet jet it? Do I Dyson it? Like I don't. How do you clean up ashes respectfully? Do you just take the rug out and just beat it? Like
I don't see the problem just leaving in the rug. Now it's like a very prized family heirloom.
yeah, but now it gets mixed with like my cat's cat litter, and now I can't tell what's litter and what's grandma.
Look, I think. Look. The real problem here is that you just don't like to have fun. And you got bad allergies, and sometimes you just put it in the trash bag. And sometimes you just kind of are a buzzkill. You know what we're always saying at school? We're saying, Mary, Mary, ain't it scary that when you laugh, she says to stop. And it's just hard to be a friend when every time we're trying to have a good old time, you always come through saying, my grandma's dead, oh. And I honestly I don't have time to deal with this sorrow. I have got so many cups that from this part of the place randomly, I don't know how I'm gonna get them all. And with you nagging at me about your grandma's ashes, I just take a chill pill, bro.
You know I'm prescribed Xanax. Like I don't know why you would say that. I took it and I just feel like, I mean, thank you for cleaning up my house after throwing a rager in it. That's such a considerable thing to do. And like, you're just like such a good friend, and I like never tell you that you're such a good friend, and I'm sorry.
You're throwing a lot my way right now.
Hey, Jed.
Yeah?
I have a quick question. Could you stretch out my calf? Calf?
Yeah.
Calf?
Do you know how to do it the marching band way?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. It's not really working.
You have to like.
No, wait, I don't feel it deep enough. No, I don't. Susie, Jed's not doing it. I need you to stretch out my calf. I got a big fight later and I'm feeling tight.
Are you fighting Mother Mayhem
Oh, you feel that? God, do I feel it again?
again? Is that even coming from your mouth?
Me?
One more quick squeeze. Oh, okay. Is that better?
It's so good, Susie. So good.
I know.
Jed, would you mind leaving us alone? I got a lot of things to stretch out.
You got some stuff I need to talk about. Talk to, mouth at you, mouth with you.
We got some mouthing, some stretching, some.
I mean, you can watch if you want to learn something about how we're gonna mouth. Have you ever gone to Switzerland?
Yeah.
You know how?
Hey, what are you kids doing in the school gym at 8 p.m. on a Wednesday?
Coach Phillips,
There's no game tonight.
I'm getting ready for the big fight.
I'm stretching her out.
We're mouthing.
Yeah.
Jed's just watching.
We're three friends sitting in a gym, stretch each other out, mouthing a little. What's the problem here?
Is that what you kids are calling it these days? Stretching each other out?
I've never touched her, okay?
Because I heard some weird noises. I was just packing up to leave after I was running the numbers.
Don't worry, Coach Phillips. It was just my delightful noise coming from my mouth about calf that
Ever been to Sweden on a budget?
Yes, I have been.
Hey,
How do you know about being to Sweden on a budget?
I traveled abroad with my mom, and we did some stretching, and that's how I came back with the knowledge of a Sweden living on a budget. And
That's great, Susie. I just don't want to hear any more weird noises.
Hey, Grandma.
Hello?
It's really nice to hear from you.
Yes?
Sometimes when I like look at the carpet fibers, it's like I'm looking into your deeply sunken eye holes from you being dead.
Yes.
But like in a beautiful way, you know?
Yes,
like,
dear.
Like you are deeply sunken into something beautiful.
Thank you, dear.
Grandma, I gotta tell you something.
Yes, dear.
And I haven't told Mom or Dad or stepdad Jack or stepmom Jackie
Yes, dear.
or my dog.
Yes, dear.
I want to change my major to art.
Oh my God.
And this is why I was scared to tell you.
Oh my God.
I really don't want you to be disappointed in me for this. I know that, like, I've been trying.
Dear God.
Do
God.
you pray when you're dead?
Give me a second.
Okay.
He's somewhere around here. God.
Okay. Shit. Oh, shit.
What do you, okay,
I'm sorry,
hold on.
God.
I'm gonna put you on mute so you can't hear me.
Mute?
Okay. I have a disappointment of a granddaughter. Who doesn't? All right, never mind. All right.
I thought that, like, maybe you'd understand. You know, because you like, did film in college. And I thought that maybe you'd see that I don't want to go into statistics. Like math? That's it. It just, like, do you know how many times I've looked at that E symbol that's not an E?
Yes,
It's
dear.
way too angular to be a letter.
Dear.
They just created extra signs to make up signs for other things.
Yes, dear.
It doesn't make sense, Grandma. I just want to be an artist. And I want to be an artist.
What? I think we're breaking up. I couldn't hear you.